Welcome back to the Duck Pond Podcast, episode number 10. I have a
10?
special,
10?
number 10.
Oh, that's how it should be, right?
It was
On a
special.
scale of 1 to 10, your dad's, don't
10,
answer
I
that.
guess.
Yeah, I guess. You fucking couldn't land it. You couldn't land it.
Today I have a special guest. I have my dad on for Father's Day, because I'm going to be uploading this on Sunday. So,
Oh, son.
the special Father's Day episode. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to the podcast.
All right, thank you. This is, wow, it's an honor to be here in my own house.
I've been been here for an hour and a half, and we just got set up. So we are good to go.
Yeah, well, our computer was built in '84, so it needs a few updates.
I know. Why is this thing so slow? How long has she had this one?
I don't know. I just changed the oil in it a couple days ago. It should be running fine.
There it is.
I like how it analyzes your voice and everything. Look at that.
I know, right? It's kind of weird.
This looks like something the CIA used to do to me. Anyway,
Wait, what? Oh, never mind. Can't talk about that.
yeah, we can edit that out later.
Okay, so I guess we'll get started. So how many years were you in the Navy?
8 years.
8 years?
Did 2 4-year terms. Yeah.
Dang. And what years was that?
I went in 79 and got out in 87. So it was Cold War stuff.
Cold War stuff. Okay.
Yeah, Reagan won in 80, and then things really heated up when he took office in 81.
Dang.
Yeah.
And then I was born a few years later.
There
That's
you-
cool.
There you go. Exactly.
My goodness.
There you go. And see, while I was in the Navy, Christina was born. And, of course, Rich.
Okay.
Rich and Christina.
Right.
Yeah.
Back when you only had 2 kids.
Yep. Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Richard in 81 and Christina in 87. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, you know, kids are like cookies. You burn the first batch.
You mess up the first few. That's
I'm
right.
just kidding, Rich. He knows I love him. He's special.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 years in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say you were in San Diego back when they were filming Top Gun, was it?
Yes, actually, yeah.
You were there, right?
Yeah, they were there. In fact, Tom Cruise's trailer was parked in my parking spot at work. They,
What? He
yeah.
stole your spot?
Yeah, the classroom scenes for Top Gun were filmed at Naval Training Center, San Diego. That was during my second 4 years. I was teaching communications school there.
Jeez.
And the classroom scenes in Top Gun were actually in the IT school, which was across the street. I went to IT school just before we started teaching.
Mhm.
Instructor training. IT means something different now, I guess.
Yeah.
Back then in the Navy, it was called instructor training, and they taught us how to be teachers after doing our job for.
Oh, okay.
After you become an expert in your job, then if you take a teaching position, they send you to IT school so you know how to portray that knowledge to the people coming in. So
Oh,
I went to
okay.
IT school, and so the classroom scenes that you see in Top Gun are actually in the same classroom that I went to IT school in.
Wow.
And then I taught in the school across the street, Building 83, which is now a daycare center. So.
Wait, what the heck?
Yeah.
Changed it into a daycare center.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So I got to meet him. It was a lot of fun.
Did you really?
Yeah. Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis. BM1 Steel was our head of our security for our building. And they took over, because our building was across the street from the IT schools, and they were filming the classroom scenes. They all had their trailers there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I come into work and pull into my spot, go to my spot, there's a trailer parked there.
Oh,
And
jeez.
so BM1 Steel comes out and says, "You got to park in the back. They're filming a movie here." So I parked in the back and open
Some
parking.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he came over and said, "Who is it?" And he told me about it. And then he goes, "Yeah, I talked to him a few times. Really nice guy." I'm like, "Oh, cool." I said, "Call me and let me know if he comes by. I'd like to see him at least, while he's here."
Yeah.
And sure enough, a few hours later, he calls me, and he was out there actually talking to Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis.
Wow.
Yeah, they were still out there. She had her skirt on and her white T-shirt and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I came up, saw BM1 Steel, and he introduced me, and I shook Tom's hand and everything. And
That's crazy. Did you get a picture? Or?
no, I didn't. Well, back then we didn't have cell phones.
Right. You can't just
so
whip it
I
out
didn't.
of your pocket.
I didn't have time for any of that. But it was nice to talk and just meet him. And I kind of bitched at him for taking my parking spot, but I told him it was okay.
Well, yeah,
But,
you have to.
But
That's crazy.
he was very nice, very gracious. You could tell he was kind of he was very respectful of the whole military community, which he worked a lot with to film
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And we're actually mentioned if you watch Top Gun and watch all the way to the end of Top Gun,
Yeah.
you'll see it says special thanks to, and it says Naval Training Center San Diego.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
So he thanked me, so we're good
That's-
on the parking spot.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, really, really nice people.
That's cool.
Yeah, and actually, Mom's stepmom was a dialogue coach in Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah. And she actually called me from Hollywood. They lived there, her and her dad, and she was because the people like in the scene for the officers club where they do the whole scene where he's picking up on Kelly McGillis.
Yeah.
And so you hear all the people in the background talking. Well, they use extras for that.
Mm-hmm.
But if they play their voices, they have to pay them as actors. So they use actors from the Actors Guild to do the voiceovers for all those people.
What?
So
Okay.
so your mom's stepmom
Yes.
was one of the voice actors for that. So she called me
Holy
and says,
smokes.
and I helped her write her lines because she's supposed to have a conversation in
Yeah.
the background. So I'm telling her things that you might hear in an officers club.
Wow.
You know.
Okay.
So she wrote down all that stuff, and so she recorded that, and that's used actually as the soundtrack for the background people
Gotcha.
in the
Okay.
officers club section of Top Gun.
Right.
So yeah,
Holy
but I didn't
smokes.
get writing credit for that, so I got
Oh.
screwed there. Yeah, that's all right.
She was also in an episode of Seinfeld, right?
Yes, well, she worked on all the Seinfelds.
With
She
the
was dialogue coach.
is the episode with the fire truck.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Kramer's driving a fire truck or something through
Yeah,
the city.
I love
and then
that guy.
she's there on the sidewalk.
Funny stuff. Funny stuff.
I'll
But
put
it-
the clip in the
But it was
podcast
pretty.
if I
So
can
that
find
was the late '80s. That was when I was teaching in San Diego.
it. Okay.
But really neat stuff. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
But, yeah,
Okay.
but cool. All right. Yeah. Oh, you got a list of questions for me?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure this was going to be
Why
like
did
a
I word
roast.
it that way?
I wasn't sure if I was getting set up. Heard what way?
I'm such a dick. I don't know why I worded it this way, but did you always want too many kids?
We didn't have too many kids. We had just enough. I don't think we. Yeah, it was pretty good. That 8 was perfect.
8?
Yeah, we had 8. There's 7 of you.
There's 7 left?
Yeah, yep. That's why the you 7 are so well behaved because we had 8.
Because you had it.
It's a joke. It's a joke. We only had
I was like, wait a second.
just 7. Just 7.
I thought I was, yeah, just 7.
7 is the number for completeness, right? Yeah,
Is
777. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we nailed it.
Okay.
We're
You always wanted like a big family though.
yeah.
Always
yeah.
wanted a lot
It
of
was just
kids.
natural for your mom and I. It was just yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully you guys remember that growing up. That was the way it was. Is we had our own little world, man.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
it
reason
was just us.
we didn't freak out about leaving you guys if mom and I had to go out to go do something for a couple hours.
Yeah.
We left you with you had the bigger kids and the littler kids. None of you ever got lonely. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. If anything,
Okay.
it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But screen went blank.
Oh boy.
Did we lose video?
Technical
It just-
difficulties.
Yeah.
It's still going. We're good.
Okay, good.
We are good. My goodness.
Yeah, it took us an hour and a half to
I
set
hate
up
it when
and
that
almost
happens.
start over again. It'd be
Yeah.
dark.
You look over and like the computer turned off. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I've been
Yeah.
talking to nobody for
Uh-oh.
a few minutes.
No, but no, we both wanted a large family. It was
Yeah.
But we struggled, but we worked. We got through it.
Yeah, we're doing fine now.
Just keep
so.
moving, and didn't have a lot, but we had each other.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah, and it's money doesn't fix anything. I mean, I just heard the owner of Amazon is divorced now, and now the owner of Microsoft is getting divorced.
I
so
know.
money doesn't fix a lot. Doesn't fix it. Doesn't change anything. You're either in it to win it, or you're not. So, yeah.
They both lost a a lot of money to that. Oh my
And
god.
well, I saw something
It's
on
in
the
the
news
billions.
yesterday. She's giving away like 90% of hers.
Yeah, most of it.
That's like she's giving away $50
Yeah, just to
billion.
spite him, I think.
Oh, I think so.
I think it's
So-
just like, screw you.
yeah. Watch, I'm
out.
gonna give it to. Yeah. I wonder if she's giving it to like things he hates.
My watch is working again.
A flat Earth society or
Oh,
something.
snap. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
That's funny. Well, that's all right. She'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got. I think
She'll
Rich called
probably-
me one time. He said if Bezos decided to give away all his money to everyone in the world, what would you do with your $14? For every person on the planet, though.
That's
like
insane. Yeah.
and that was a while ago. Cause
And it's only gone up. So.
yeah, 7 times 14. He's probably got more than that now.
Yeah.
But, money doesn't fix anything. It's people that count.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we had some fun. All right, so do you have some questions for me, or?
I only had a few. I've already
Okay.
burned through 2 of them, so
That's all right.
we have to think of something else to talk about
we have
after.
time.
But here we go.
Here it goes.
Well, you were a fan of like metal and stuff back when
Yeah.
AC/DC was going and
Yeah.
Boston and
Yeah.
all of your favorites.
Boston's
Do you have
awesome.
a favorite concert that you've ever been to?
Well, probably my favorite concert that I just enjoyed being there and the music was ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh, snap. Okay.
In Anaheim Stadium. This was probably 77, 78.
Anaheim Stadium?
Anaheim.
Would that be the Honda Center now?
No, that's Angel Stadium.
Oh, that was the pond.
The big one.
Oh,
Open-
okay.
open air. And it was really cool because back, they had the big spaceship,
Yeah.
the gigantic spaceship, and they actually they brought one in. I guess they were towing it with a helicopter, but the music was so loud you couldn't hear the helicopter. But they actually had an invasion where a UFO came in during the
What?
concert and and basically attacked the stage. It was
What the heck?
It was amazing.
That'd be big today, too. With all the
Incredible
UFO
light
stuff,
show.
but-
Yeah, and then Jeff Lynne with his Jeff Lynne was he's the lead guy for ELO. He was shooting lasers at him with his violin or something.
What the hell?
It was a show.
That sounds wild.
It was a show.
Yeah.
And the music's always so good.
Okay.
Yeah. All over the world and all that stuff and Mr. Blue Sky. Anyway, that was a great concert.
Yeah.
Saw
That sounds great in a stadium. Open
yeah.
air.
Just saw Genesis and the Forum in LA. That was a great concert. Yeah, it was awesome.
Genesis.
Yeah.
Genesis.
Leonard Skinner was amazing. It was about a year before they died. The original band.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they put on a good show.
You've seen everybody.
Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne, that was good in San Diego. Mom and I went to that.
Okay.
Yeah. She'll deny it now.
Ozzy.
Yeah, when we first met, Mom's band was the Scorpions. She liked the Scorpions.
Really?
That
Interesting.
That smooth high voice of Claus
Yeah.
Nine. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was it was great stuff. But,
Interesting.
great concert. But I like all kinds of music.
Yeah.
I listen to country, to rock and roll. I like classical. Lately, last like maybe 10 years, I've really gotten into a lot of Irish music. I like Irish music.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay.
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I just took delivery of a harmonica. I've wanted to learn harmonica my whole life.
Really?
It's got so much soul. You can carry it in your pocket and just basically,
Yeah.
you'd be able to use it anywhere. Go camping or
On
traveling.
a windy
or-
day, just hold it up and
There
see
you
what noise
go.
it makes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
That's a fun instrument.
sound like Congress probably, but yeah,
Oh, my God.
yeah, Anarchy.
Right.
Yeah, new album by Congress, Anarchy.
Oh, my
But
God.
yes, I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to spend about an hour a day on a harmonica and just get to know it. I'm going to go back to
Nice.
songs like old hymns that I know really well
Yeah.
and just learn to play those masterful. And in the process of that, I'll learn
Yeah.
the notes.
Then you can learn to just improvise.
Yep, and that's
Be
my
fun.
goal is to be able to do
Exactly, just-
harmonica solos on
Yeah.
over heavy metal.
Just give
Be
it the
awesome.
drummer and then.
Yeah, a little
Play it
bit of
all.
Stairway to Heaven harmonica.
Oh, jeez.
Who knows? I want to see where this thing goes.
Whoa. Okay.
Because
That
I've
sounds
I've always been
Wow.
one person is see, I believe all music is emo.
Emo.
Emo. It makes you feel something, emotional.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
from crying in your beer country music to power rock that's used for the Rocky movies to the background music to Ghost, with Patrick Swayze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All music. You ever watch a horror movie without the sound on?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's actually pretty funny.
It's funny as hell. I laughed right through Friday the 13th.
You know what? You know what's even more funny?
It's the sound that makes you feel it.
Yeah. If you watch hip hop music videos with the sound on,
Oh my god!
freaking
Yeah.
hilarious because they're just like dancing around and stuff, but
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no music. It's so funny.
And you see some of their moves and go, without the music,
what is he
just
doing?
That's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
So music's a big deal. I mean, for me is.
Okay.
And then lately for fitness and stuff, I do a lot of Latin music.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I take the time to look up the lyrics and translate them to English so I know what the hell they're talking about to make sure I'm not
Right.
dancing to something stupid.
Yeah.
But it's easy to move to, easy to burn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have
So
good
so
beats.
that's part of my exercise workout now is I use I have Latin videos. I just run through them.
Nice.
Yeah, they're great.
Okay.
I got hooked on that because Catalina got me. And it's just a natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your mom's the same way. She just loves the Latin music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. But it's a lot of fun. But I like all kinds of music.
Yeah.
I don't make.
I've shown
fun.
you a few things.
Yeah, in fact that's one of my pet peeves is people that make fun of other music.
Yeah.
Like if you say, well, rap is just so yuck or whatever. Well, I'm sure. I mean, there's a lot of rap music I listen to that I don't like that song, but
Yeah.
I would never say rap sucks.
Right.
I've heard rap songs, man. I just want to listen to over and over.
Right.
again.
There's a bunch of stuff that I don't listen to, but
Yeah.
I can see why people would like it.
Yeah.
Like I don't listen to country, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
shit on it. I'm like, it
Yeah.
makes a lot of people happy. So
Yeah. And you might
Go
hear
for
a
it.
song and you go, listen to it. I like that song. And you, oh my God, that's country.
Oh,
Shh.
what did I say?
See, so I really think it's important. Just like with people, I think music's the same way. People's
Yeah.
jobs. I don't bastardize or try to put down anything in a whole general sense, because
Right.
there's something good you can glean from just about anything in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything. Even pain. There's people that go through something in life and then they come out of it on the other side and you say, well, that wasn't a big waste of time because they learned something, they grew, and other people saw them and go, he's a lot stronger than I thought he was.
Yeah.
Or she's a lot stronger than I thought she was.
Yeah.
Because she got through it. So it wasn't a waste of time,
Right.
whether it be financial trouble or health problems or relationship problems or whatever.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
Without
absolutely.
Without the lows, there's no highs.
That's true.
So I think it's important not to generalize when you talk to people.
Yes.
Accept people as they are, who they are, and move forward.
Yeah.
And then take the good things about them and focus on those, and let God work on the other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because like you seven, you guys, you kids, you're all different. You're so
yeah.
different. You all got different skills, different weaknesses,
Right.
different whatever. But you guys you're all awesome. You're
Thank
great. Yeah. And from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sorry,
Awesome.
did I get too emotional?
No, that was good. That was good. You just talked for like 4 minutes straight.
Sorry.
Makes my job easier.
You got me monologuing. Ah.
Right.
Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. It's all podcasting. You're
So
getting good
after-
at this.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask who your favorite is then.
No,
Um,
because she's not here right now.
Always with the quip.
I'm just kidding. You guys are all my favorites when you're with me. My favorite is the one that's with me.
Right.
I love all you guys. Yeah. Yeah. All right, you're looking up more questions? Uh-oh.
I have no more.
Favorite food?
I don't even know what app I just
Favorite-
opened.
Yeah.
What is your favorite food?
Oh, my
Do you have one?
favorite? I like steak. I know it sounds crazy. but
Steak?
Steak.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so check this out. Your mom and I are doing. We hired a personal trainer,
Yeah.
right? So we did a whole workup, all this health, everything. and a lot of it's based on your blood type, right? Well,
Okay.
lean steak is on the preferred list for me.
Really?
Oh, it made my day.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I know, right? 'Cause
If you got that back and they were like, no red meat, you gotta eat fish and rice.
No. A lot of it's like you said. When I said this is, you don't want to categorize people, in a certain way. And a lot of it's like your mom's not that way because she's a different blood type. She's a type
Right.
A. I'm a type O. Right.
Yeah.
They have to eat differently. Just like you don't feed a giraffe the same thing you feed a frog.
Yes.
They're different.
Right.
They're different. You
Yeah.
know. And blood type does the same thing with people. I found out.
Okay.
And it really works.
Huh.
But there are things that type O's shouldn't eat that I do eat. So I've had to get rid of those.
Okay.
But I've seen an improvement already.
Nice.
It changes your metabolism. It gets rid of a lot of slugginess.
Right.
Yeah, it's great. You feed yourself the right stuff.
Yeah.
And every blood type has, good things and bad things.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of fine tuning it.
Yeah.
So when you're young, when I was young, I could eat anything.
Yeah.
Get away, right?
Yeah. I'm getting to that point.
Yeah, you're kind of in that
It's starting to
transition.
slow down. If I
Oh.
eat something that has too much fat, I've
Yeah.
noticed that it really affects me.
Yeah, see, exactly. And as you get older, all that's just amplified. So you just
Yeah.
have to just fine tune it a little bit more. But as long as you eat what's right for you, you're fine.
Yeah.
And so, Mom and I have learned to cook things where we have like 3 things for dinner, and we both eat these 2, and then she eats a different third one, and I eat a different third one.
Really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
this will be
Different
good for me,
sides,
but that's
different-
bad for her, and vice versa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's cool.
I need to do that.
yeah.
That'd be good to know.
Yeah. So we got 9 grandkids, man. We got to be around for a while.
Yeah. For sure.
So we're making that investment of time, effort, and
So
to
unprofessional.
take care of
I'm
things.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a phone call during a podcast?
Oh man.
Holy shit. Who do you think you are, Howard Stern? Jeez. Yeah.
Turn that off. There you go, my
There
bad.
you go. There you go. Well, you can edit it out, so probably not now, but later.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Now that we've talked about health,
Oh,
drink up the whiskey.
there we go. Jack. Yeah.
it's afternoon, right? Yes, it is. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Try to wait till afternoon to start
Now
drinking.
you forgot the last word though. It's afternoon somewhere. Yeah,
Right.
right. Alan Jackson's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That actually became a really big problem when we were quarantining. We
Yeah.
were living in California because I wasn't working.
Oh.
I was getting those unemployment checks.
Oh,
So I was
yeah.
at home,
Yeah.
just getting checks for standing around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would get up, I'd drink a cup of water, a mug of coffee, and then that's when the beer started.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
was so bad.
Well, we should talk about the pandemic. This was so bizarre. I mean, I've been around over half a century, and this was the weirdest thing I've ever seen the country go
Right?
through. So bizarre.
Yeah, it was so different when everything shut down.
Yeah. But
We were in California. You had to like wait in lines to get groceries, and you had to stay
Outside.
6 feet away at all times. It was wild.
yeah,
It was nuts.
when the pandemic actually started, I was back east visiting a friend, and then all hell broke loose throughout the country. This
Oh, wow,
in
like
March,
mid-March?
mid March.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I got to get home, and so I got a flight scheduled, and I'm thinking I probably have to wear. Back then, nobody
mask?
had masks.
Yeah.
So we had we found a gas mask. We found a welding helmet.
Oh,
So-
that one was.
So there's actually, if you look at my Facebook page, you go back to March of last year.
Yeah.
You'll see a picture of 4 pictures of me trying to figure out what to wear on the plane. One was a welding mask. One was a gas mask. One was
Oh
a
my
surgical
God.
mask. A handkerchief like a bandito, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really
my
weird.
gosh.
And then I was worried because Richard called me while I was there. He says, "Are you going to be able to make it back?" I said, "I don't know. I might have to rent a car and drive back." And he said, "Well, they have a 10 p.m. curfew in Orange County, California now." I'm like, "So if I go to the airport, my flight comes in at 11 p.m." I said, "I got to sleep at the airport." And he goes, "I don't know. Maybe they'll let you just drive home." I said, what do you mean drive home? You're picking me up, right? And he's like,
Oh boy.
I said, yeah, well, I said, print my flight information, so if the cop pulls you over, say you're picking up your dad at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
My
But
God.
it worked out okay. So I flew
that's
in.
good.
Luckily, we both lived, within a few miles of Orange County Airport. So,
Oh right.
so he picked
Yeah,
me
yeah.
up, got me home, and got home, and then it was like, now what do we do?
That's insane.
And then I went out the next day,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I was part of the problem. I spent $453 on groceries.
How much toilet paper though?
Oh, they were out of toilet paper.
Oh,
It
okay.
was
They were
gone.
already out.
But you know what saved us was your mom. Your mom's smart.
Mm-hmm.
She likes later in life weird things are important to you. So we found a toilet paper we really liked,
Really?
but it was from a mail order company.
Oh.
And it was like, I don't know, it was like one of those renewable things,
Okay.
green things.
Yeah.
But so we got on auto ship with that, and it was just the two of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and because Charity moved in. with
Wait.
us.
You had a separate provider just for toilet paper?
Just for toilet paper. We bought our toilet paper special order.
Oh my God.
And they shipped it to us, and we were on auto ship. So
Okay.
so you get a 12-pack. So we were going to get like a 12-pack like every month, right?
Okay.
And I don't think or maybe it was every 2 weeks. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But it was a lot more than we use,
Right.
right? But you either stop it or start it or stop it or whatever.
Yeah.
It was easier to just let it roll, right?
Okay.
So we were good there because with just your mom and I living at home,
Mm-hmm.
we were getting like twice as much toilet paper every month that we normally use. So we just stuck it in the closet. So when
Oh,
this all
wow.
went down, yeah,
So you guys accidentally prepared for the
we
pandemic.
accidentally prepared.
That's insane.
So I went out and got groceries the next day. I said, they're out of all that toilet paper. She goes, well, I think we're doing okay. We had no idea how much we had at the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, because everything's freaking out about it. It's all over the news about toilet paper being sold out and
Mm-hmm.
rationing it. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I opened the cupboard, and we figured out we had enough for about a year.
Really?
Yeah, we had.
Dang.
I think we had like, I can't remember, like 11, 12 packs or something like that. And it was a
Holy
single ply
smokes.
that goes on forever and ever
Yeah.
and ever.
You
Yeah.
go sell that on the street?
Yeah,
Like $2 a roll?
Yeah, I said, let's give it a couple of weeks. We'll sell this stuff and pay off our cars.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
But so the toilet paper wasn't an issue for us. That worked out pretty good.
We never ran out.
No?
Like
Yeah, we didn't either.
we would only buy the 6-packs.
Yeah,
So it was just me and my wife.
yeah.
And then
Jasmine! I love you, Jasmine.
I think
Sorry.
we had bought one. She doesn't watch the podcast.
Oh,
I
dang!
think we
Are you
had,
serious? Well, she will. Oh, it's because you're on it. When you tell her I'm on it, she'll watch it.
oh baby.
Oh, snap. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she's not going to hear I love you if she doesn't watch it, so
Oh.
burn on her. She's awesome.
Yeah, we had some friends give us some toilet paper and stuff. We're like, oh, thank you, and then we just put it on our stack because
Yeah, yeah.
we weren't really going through it.
See?
Plus, I was home all the time, so after I pooped, I just showered. So it doesn't matter.
Oh, good. It shows you how crazy the world has changed. We're doing a podcast and we're talking about toilet paper.
Right?
That's funny.
Yeah.
You just never know where this world's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. But that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we both moved
Yeah.
during the pandemic,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah. So this Father's Day, right?
Yeah.
We're doing this whole thing for Father's Day. So
Mhm.
last year, you guys moved out here Memorial Day weekend,
Yes.
right? Remember
Yeah.
that?
The end of May.
Yeah, right. Because you
We
guys
came out here.
you guys called me at the beginning of May, I think it was, and said you guys had made the decision to move to Colorado Springs,
Yep.
and you wanted to move the end of May, and I said, well, that's Memorial Day weekend. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I forgot, yeah. Because we want to see if you could pull your trailer with your Jeep and move our
Yeah,
stuff
because
out
you
there.
had the trailer.
But we did it, didn't we?
Yep. Yeah, we made it happen.
Yeah. So I got super dad status for 1 year.
It's
So-
weird. I don't even remember driving out here.
Yeah, really?
It's kind of strange.
Yeah, we stopped in New Mexico, remember?
Yeah, we stopped
Oh,
in
that's right.
Albuquerque.
We stayed in Albuquerque, and there were riots going on, remember?
That's
Downtown?
right. You were saying.
And we're like, I hope it's not.
Saying
I hope it's
something
not
about
too
that.
close. And I guess it wasn't very far from us because we stayed in downtown
Yeah.
Albuquerque at a hotel that night, and but no problems.
It was a little rough.
Yeah,
But
that was a little weird.
not bad.
Yeah, it's like camping out in a war zone.
Right.
Yeah, but we made it, and then we got here the next day.
Yeah. It's
yeah. Yeah.
So it would have been like the 1st of June
Yep.
that we got here.
Yep.
And then you guys
Yeah. We
got
moved.
a place on July, I think.
Yeah. Well, I
when you actually moved.
the weekend you guys moved here. Remember, I came and rented
That's
this
right.
place. I rented it for a month. It
Yeah.
sat here empty for a month.
And then you guys moved in July.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
because your sister Charity was having her baby, Angel.
Oh, that's
She
right.
was due the end of June, and she ended up having it on.
Sorry, Charity.
Yeah, she ended up having the Angel was born on Grandma's birthday,
That's right.
your mom's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So we were waiting for that because she was staying with us while Joseph was in the Marine Corps already, and he flew in from school like just a few hours before Angel was born.
Jeez.
Yep.
Cutting
Yeah.
it close.
Yep, and then we moved out here the first week of July,
Yeah.
and then they moved to North Carolina. We helped them move to North Carolina that following week. So
That's right.
that was a crazy. So your mom and I have actually traveled more during COVID than we ever done in our lives.
That's so weird.
We went to Tennessee and North Carolina 3 times. We went
Right.
to Florida, Miami.
Yeah.
Because right before you guys moved, what happened? Brian and Catalina moved to Miami.
Yeah.
So they took her Mercedes and they moved all their
Yeah.
stuff. They went to Miami. And
Everybody
he
just left
He
California.
left his truck with me. Remember?
Oh my God, I forgot he was here for that long.
Yeah. And he says, when you get a
Yeah.
chance, drive it to Florida for me. I said,
His
no
truck
problem.
was parked outside of Philip's house for
Ever. Weeks. Months.
months.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. And then we drove, Mom and I drove back to North Carolina and then down the coast to Florida and spent 5 days with Brian and Catalina and dropped off his truck.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
Still
cool.
haven't been to Miami. I need to go.
And then we flew back. Yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then, yeah. So we've done it.
Very cool.
It was really weird. We traveled more during COVID than we ever did in our lives.
Yeah, that's strange.
So bizarre. Yeah, we moved. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But you muscle through. That's what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll with the punches.
Well, we did visit Colorado before we moved.
Yeah.
We visited in March
Mm-hmm.
for a week, and then we were like, we're not doing anything. We're just sitting at home, so let's move to
That's
Colorado.
right.
And we
Because you
just
were on.
we
Yeah.
came back, we started packing our things, and then we moved out.
You made hay. It's called making hay while the sun shines. As long as you're down, you're not having to go to work anyway. You're both unemployed.
Right. Yeah,
That's the time to do it. There's no interruption in anything. Yeah.
yeah,
That was smart.
yeah. It worked pretty well.
Yeah, that was the right opportunity. I like the joke about the guy. 2 guys are waiting, going to a bank, and they're waiting waiting in line to see the teller, and the place gets robbed. A bunch of gunmen run into the bank, and they're like got shotguns and everything, and they got bags, and they go to people in line and says, "Put your watch, your wallet, and your money in your bag as it goes by. We don't want no trouble, right?" So they're robbing everybody, right? So they're waiting for the bag to come to him, and his buddy turns to us and he goes, "I can't believe this is happening." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Here." He goes, "What's this?" And he takes it and he goes, "There's that $500 I owe you." Yeah.
Perfect.
Pay off some debts. I'm gonna lose it anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna take it.
Oh.
This is that money I owe you. That's great.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. He's thinking.
Yeah.
It wasn't a total loss. Paid off some debts today. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my God. That is too good.
But yeah. Any more questions or comments?
I have no more questions.
Smart-ass remarks.
What are we at now?
Yeah. I don't
About
know.
45 minutes in. That's
Well,
pretty good.
The first 10 are bloopers. Training video.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
going in the
funny.
video.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, of us setting it all up and stuff.
Well, yeah, this is the
That'll
first.
work.
I'd never been on a podcast before. And I like listening to them when I'm traveling now.
Oh yeah,
It's a lot
that's
better
what I
than
do
like
too.
music or whatever, or movies or whatever. Podcasts are great.
Nice.
It's a great way to do it.
What's on your playlist?
I listen to a lot of. God, I can't terribly remember his name. The guy that does Ugly Jobs or
Dirty Jobs?
Dirty Jobs. He's got his own podcast now.
Mike Rowe?
Yeah, Mike Rowe.
Okay.
The way and it's called The Way I See It. Oh,
Ooh.
great stuff. And,
Really?
and it's wide ranging. I mean, anything from like the building of the Golden Gate Bridge to philosophies.
Oh wow.
And he digs deep into it and tells you the whole story, where it
Nice.
came from, how it affects us today, and he makes it really interesting.
That's cool.
And he's got, I mean, that's probably why he had his show. He's got a great voice, so you don't lose really anything because you're not watching video. You're watching listening to the audio
listening, yeah.
podcast, and he lays it out. And his story's always got, in the end, you're like, whoa, okay.
Okay.
A big, he always has a big finale at the end.
Oh,
Of
awesome.
information about whatever subject or whatever he's talking about.
Yeah.
And you just want to go, I had no idea. I had no idea. I mean, you've heard the story or you know of the story.
Yeah.
And then you hear the whole story
Okay.
and it's like blows your mind.
Nice.
Like
okay.
the guy that invented WD-40, he's got a whole podcast on that guy.
Really?
And you have no idea. He doesn't tell you what the product is until the end. You're
Dang.
like, who is? And then boom, he hits you with it. Yeah. But yeah, it's neat stuff. But
That's
yeah, it's a
crazy.
good one.
Okay.
Mike Rowe, yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure it's called The Way I See It,
I
or The Way
see.
I Heard It, or something like that.
Okay.
Something to do that. But you can Google
I
it.
didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's
Yeah.
really good. He's got lots of them. Hundreds
Awesome.
of them. Yeah. But they're great for traveling.
Oh
Just do
yeah.
them on the plane
I
or
have
in the car.
a bunch that I listen to.
Yeah. Well, you and Luke are just, you guys are amazing.
We're pretty wild together.
You guys have that certain chemistry. I don't know where you got it from.
I have no idea.
I guess just you know each other.
Growing up together,
No,
sleeping
Yeah,
within 6 feet of each other
I guess
for all those years.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah, you guys. Well, you guys both have. You
We have fun.
bring so much to the table, each of you. It's just,
Yeah.
It's like a perfect chemistry.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have decided the next podcast that we do with him and I,
Yeah.
we're gonna drink coffee instead of beer and see where it goes.
Really?
It's
Oh, yeah.
it should be pretty wild
Coffee. Okay.
because we're usually drinking like beer, whiskey, or something like that.
So that lowers your inhibitions. Coffee winds you up.
Exactly.
So yeah, you might make sure you
You're
have
gonna
good-
have to listen fast because we're
Yeah.
gonna be talking very fast.
and have lots of security nearby. Okay,
Yes.
good job. maybe a tranquilizer gun or two. Yeah.
Right.
Have a taser on the table just to keep it honest.
Yeah. Get some shot collars or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty nuts in the next podcast.
Yeah,
so.
all you kids have a great chemistry with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're all so
We're
different.
all pretty close.
But you all complement each other in a lot of ways.
hmm
It's awesome. We love that.
I don't compliment Luke very often, but
Well,
see what I did there.
I'm not going to
See what
say
I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah, but yeah, you guys do a good job. And then Brian's sense of humor is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it kind of sucks because he gets away with shit that if I did it, you'd go, oh, those dad jokes.
Yeah.
He does it. It's not a dad joke, but it's the same freaking joke.
Brian
You
and
know? He
Phil-
said he calls me when he was in the Army. He says, "Oh, Dad, I went camping last weekend." I said, "How was it?" He goes, "It was intense."
classic.
And then he's really quiet. I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
shit!"
come on.
Right? And then
Yeah, Philip does
yeah.
the same thing.
So-
his puns are just
Oh yeah. He gets that. Your mom has that ability. She got it from her dad.
really.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bebop was that way. He had
okay.
He had a real sense of humor like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not. I guess she said. I think her brother Paul has it too.
Oh, okay.
Sense of humor is like,
haven't seen them in
oh
a
wow,
while.
that's just too much.
Yeah.
Well, because I remember Bebop was talking about the whole back in the day. This was decades ago when Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer
Oh,
or whatever,
jeez.
the crazy guy.
Yeah.
He was sitting in his trial in L.A. or whatever, wherever it was.
Whoa.
And Bebop got a kick out of it because he actually did this. He was sitting in court with his lawyer,
hmm
and Jeffrey Dahmer leans over to his lawyer and goes, "Am I crazy or is it hot in here?"
What?
Bebop loved that. He laughed so hard
Oh my god.
because his lawyer's probably like looking at him like both.
Seriously? Really? Oh my god.
Am I crazy or is
Or
it
is
hot
it
in
hot
here?
in here? That's a good
That
one.
sounds like a trick question. But Bebop told me about that.
Oh my god.
I just thought it was so funny. Talking about dry.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark and dry. Right?
Dark and dry. Oh my god.
But anyway.
That is too funny.
You guys are something else. I always loved how Christina could chill you guys out, though. Your big sister.
Oh, I was so scared of her. When I was younger, I was.
She was never mean to you, though.
She was like a third parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could shut you down even probably faster than Mom and I could.
Oh yeah.
With a look. Like if
Yes.
you guys could step out of line, she would just give you that.
Yeah.
And that'd be it. I saw it. It was I think it was Logan's birthday party at a park in Apple Valley, and one of you boys was like sneaking up on her, was going to do something, and she realized it, and she just turns her head and looks at him, and I think it was. I want to say it was Luke. I think it was Luke.
Okay.
It was either you or Luke.
Uh-huh.
And you shuddered. You physically shuddered. She looked at you, and I got a still photograph.
Sounds
of it.
about right.
I got a picture of her look.
Yeah.
When she turns and she goes, this, and you physically. I wish I had video because you physically shuddered. You went, oh.
Yeah.
She terrified you. You shook in your boots.
She would always grab us by the ear if we were doing something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She that's just she's a very strong, powerful person. So
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, for sure.
which is good. That's kind of made her who she is today.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great mom.
Yeah, I was definitely
Superwoman.
afraid of her when I was younger.
Yeah. She wasn't mean, but she was.
Yeah.
She was tough.
My goodness.
Still is. Always will be.
Yep.
But she's she was a big help to Mom. She really made things easier for Mom, being one of the bigger kids, because we had 7 of you.
Yeah, like what you were talking about.
And she was just a natural. She was like, you didn't have to ask her to do things. She was just
Right.
like, she just kind of knew what was needed.
Yeah.
And it just took a lot of load off your mom.
She was like the opposite of Rich.
Rich was just so big.
Yeah.
Remember? Like,
Yeah, my oldest brother.
Yeah.
Anytime, because he would babysit us
Yeah.
back when he used to live with us.
Yeah.
And as soon as you and Mom walked out the door, he would grab a couch pillow and fling it at whoever is nearby. The second that door closed, he already had the pillow in hand, and he would just whip it like that. Hit somebody in the head. Yeah.
Get the party started, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
He'd turn on the Power Rangers and just start
God.
throwing pillows at people. It was great.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, because I remember in we had a 2-story apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Staircase came down. The bottom staircase was the linoleum in the kitchen, and you guys had taken the crib mattress off the crib, your crib. I think it was your crib.
My crib?
Off of your crib, and because it was plastic, right?
Right.
And you were using it as a sled on the stairs because it was a straight shot staircase.
That's awesome.
And Brian put a dent in the refrigerator with his head. You guys,
it went straight to the refrigerator?
yep, he came
Oh
down,
my
went across the
God.
linoleum, and then he hit the fridge, and his head put a dent in the fridge.
Of course it was his head.
We came home, and there's the whole bottom door of the refrigerator had a big dent in the middle of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He was just really hungry.
No, he was just moving too fast. Yeah.
Oh
that
my
was,
gosh.
That was funny. You guys were terrified, but the one thing is you guys were always honest. Which, except for the Lego thing, you guys were very honest about. We thought you were honest.
We built towers
Yeah.
after 11 p.m.
We didn't find out till you guys were adults that you guys were getting up after we put you in bed, and then we went to bed and went to sleep. You guys were getting up and silently building Lego cities.
We worked out a system. So before bedtime, when we were supposed to be cleaning up, we'd put the bricks that we knew that we needed off to the side. Then when
covert ops,
when you shut the door, we'd go, okay, we have these blocks here, and then we'd build our tower. We don't even need light.
You never got caught once.
Nope.
And we never knew anything about it.
Yep.
That was crazy. That was nuts.
Yeah.
But I mean,
That was fun.
But we still. I mean, when we get up in the morning and there's a freaking Disneyland Matterhorn in your bedroom, we probably should have figured it out, right?
Probably.
When 7, we just
I would
lose track.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we built a whole tower,
like,
and you guys are like,
when did that happen? Oh, we built that weeks ago.
Yeah.
You actually built it last night.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Yeah. It's too
Why we're
funny.
waking up at 10. Oh, that was fun stuff. Just like trying to be quiet with the Legos, because whenever two of them would hit, it would make that like noise
Yeah.
because it's plastic.
And you couldn't move a bunch of them at a time because they'd rattle. and make
Exactly.
noise.
That's why
So
we'd
it was like-
sort them before.
it was
so
like
you just go and grab it. And
Precision
then
building.
one block at a time.
Crazy. But we found out about that later. Other than that, you guys are pretty honest with us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. But it was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But we did the best we could. But
Always had fun.
good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We could go ahead and wind this one down.
Yeah, for Father's Day, I remember a few years ago, Philip sent me a message about Father's Day, and one of the things I picked up from that is he said, "You told us every day you loved us."
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I mean, especially the generation before us, there's a lot of people that grew up when I did. Some people never heard their dad or their mom say "I love you," and especially their dad, because it was,
Yeah.
you know, and I didn't want that. I didn't want that to be the case for us.
Right.
You know, there's nothing. If you feel it, in my opinion, if you feel something, say something.
Yeah.
Because I mean, isn't that what life is about?
Yeah.
There's people in caskets and there's people in cemeteries. They can't tell anybody how they feel anymore.
Right.
Their time is
It's
up.
too late.
So that's probably my message. One of my biggest messages in life is live life and tell the truth and tell people how you really feel, because you might not get a chance tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I buried a brother and a sister in the last year.
Jeez.
And you didn't. I mean, if you'd have told me 2 years ago that I was going to lose 2 of them in their early 60s,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
It happened. But luckily, I was able to connect and talk to both of them
That's good.
over the last year. So
Before it was
you
too late.
Yeah, and you don't have those regrets. I wish I had said something. I wish I had done something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you don't want to live with that.
Yeah. You never know. So yeah, just if you feel it, tell it, say it.
Right.
It's a good way to go.
Yeah.
I think you guys are pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes
close.
too good at that. But,
All right. Well, I texted you yesterday and asked if you were interested in doing a Father's Day roast.
Oh shit! Oh, this is where gets ugly.
This is where it gets ugly.
Okay.
If it goes too bad, I'll cut it out. But
All right. Oh, no problem. I can handle it. I got my asbestos underwear.
I only have 5.
Can't burn my butt. Here's a Dolly Parton.
Did you read my first?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton was asked, says, "What really burns your butt?" She goes, "The flame about to say."
Oh my God. So literal.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start this off. I just have 5 for you.
Okay.
Nothing too like terrible, I don't think.
Let
But
her rip. I can handle it.
you can handle it?
If I start crying, then just run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one is. Oh, you might need to take your hat off for this one, because the first joke is.
Ooh, here we go.
You have less hair than a burn victim.
Yep. I'm not bald. That's
It looks pretty shiny to me.
a solar panel for a love machine.
Oh.
I don't know where I got that from.
Oh.
Telly Savalas or something like that.
If you were a professional swimmer, you wouldn't need a cap.
That's right.
It's already smooth.
There you go.
Very aerodynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't leak.
Doesn't leak.
Very important.
That's
It doesn't leak. If it leaked, I'd have a real problem.
Right.
Chlorine of the brain.
You have 7 kids. 7.
Yeah.
Your sperm is stronger than a gerbil on Cialis.
Yes. We know that firsthand. Remember, we went to the Improv. You and I went to the Improv in Orange County to see a comedian, And
Okay.
we were sitting right front center, 3 feet
Oh
from the
yeah,
microphone.
Adam Ray.
Adam Ray.
Shout out Adam Ray.
And we tore him apart, didn't we?
Yeah.
He's the guy that says read the room and he's picking on people.
Yeah.
And we tore him up.
That's a big part of his act too.
Yeah, he actually got pissed at you because you're not allowed to be funnier than me.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped
Yeah.
his microphone, right?
Yeah.
He did a mic drop because the crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
Because he was
That
picking
was-
on you and you threw it back at him. Wow. One of my proudest moments for you. Yeah. Yeah. Probably the only one, yeah. Oh,
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
that was the third one.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. Ooh.
Uh-oh, easy now.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm
Remember,
just gonna apologize before I even say this.
One of the 10 Commandments is honor your father and mother, but go ahead.
Okay. Oh man. I don't remember even writing this. I'm sorry.
Uh-uh.
You look like Michael Chiklis
Yeah.
if he had a much harder life and a meth addiction.
Hey. Oh, well, I don't know if you knew. I actually changed my profile picture on Facebook a few years ago
Okay.
to Michael Chiklis.
Right.
With him.
From
with,
the Shield.
Like
Yeah.
this, right? With his glasses on and everything. And
Yeah.
he's got his gun on from the Shield, right?
Yeah.
And I had so many people that have known me like my whole life.
Uh-huh.
That texted says, "Great picture of you, Rick." And there was like literally half the people did not realize it wasn't me.
That's great.
It was hilarious. I had old buddies in the Navy. He says, "Wow, you look good, Rick. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself." And then I talked to him later. He said, "Wait, that's not you?" I said, "No, that's not me. That's my doppelganger,
Right.
Michael Chiklis." Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
but and then Michael Chiklis was in the Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah, right. He was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said he said that his part in that was what was his name? The Thing.
The thing.
He says, "Yeah,
Yeah.
A buddy of mine in the Navy told me, he goes, that would have been a better picture. It would have fit you better."
Okay.
Yeah, Michael Chick. Yeah, not a bad guy. Good guy. All right. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. We didn't touch on that.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So
Wait,
that's
wait.
all. That's all the jokes we had.
Okay. All
For
the
this
jokes
time.
we have.
Which
Well,
one
that
was your
wasn't-
favorite?
that
Which one was
wasn't
your
too
favorite?
bad.
No, not too bad.
No, it was awesome.
Do you have a favorite one?
Favorite
Of those?
joke?
Yeah.
Or favorite from what we did today?
Of what I just said.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Of my
What
roast
was it?
jokes.
Gotcha.
Got him.
Well, you know I'm a big fan of Don Rickles.
Yes. Yeah.
The guy that Johnny Carson called Mr. Warmth, which was kind of funny. But what I liked about him, and I kind of something that I'm in tune with, is he jokes around a lot, and he tears people up. I
Yeah.
mean, he had Tracy Jordan almost on the floor at the Apollo when he was like in his 90s.
Jeez.
He put him on the ground, man.
Yeah, he was freaking funny.
Tracy Jordan's a pretty tough guy, right?
Yeah.
But in the end, at the end of anytime he roasts anybody, in the end he pours out his heart, and he tells how he really feels about them. And,
Yeah.
and you realize it's all fun. He just wants people to laugh, and he wants people to be happy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of who I am.
Okay.
And I'm hoping, like you kids growing up, there was a lot of things, a lot of struggles we went through. I had a lot of, I had real bad PTSD from the military, and it it really screwed up a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize at the time. I didn't realize until the last 6 years.
Right.
You know about all that, but we always had fun.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember
And
one time, the whole family, we were all at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah.
And we're walking like near the entrance, trying to figure out what ride to go on.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was like, "Let's go on the Bigfoot Rapids."
Yeah.
And I turned to you. I was like, "Do you say Bigfoot rabbits?" And you made a joke about there being like 12-foot rabbits on the ride, and I didn't want to go on the ride because of
I still
that.
call it today, because I
Bigfoot rabbits.
went to Knott's. I went to Knott's with Zoe and Devin.
Mm-hmm.
And when we go there, I call it Bigfoot Rapids,
Mm-hmm.
Bigfoot Rabbits.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then Devin was like, "That sounds like fun." And Zoe goes, "Is that what it's called?" She's quick. Zoe.
She's too smart for that.
Yeah, she's just like her mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, her just sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
And she's strong. She's tough.
Yeah.
Zoe's just, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. But Zoe picked up on it right away. She goes, "Pop, Pop." And he goes, "I know that, sweetheart, but I think Okay, we'll call it that. So I still call it that now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny, like all
Bigfoot
those jokes that you would say like when we were kids and stuff. I took everything so literally that I didn't understand the joke until like much later, which makes it even funnier actually. 'Cause I'm like,
okay.
oh, Bigfoot rabbits. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I was like, what does he mean?
Yeah. It's just
I didn't get it at the time.
Yeah, you pick up those little pieces of tidbits later on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny stuff.
And that's the way life is. As you go through it, whether you like it or not, you're going to be a different person at 50 than you are at 40 and at 30 and at 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's just life.
Oh yeah.
But that's part of the fun of it too. If I still felt and saw things today like I did in my 20s, I'd be it would be very different for me.
Right.
I'd be depressing. Because
Wow.
as you get older, you tend to look deeper into things because you have a longer story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's people. Have you ever watched a movie and you say, well, that guy's a real jerk.
Yeah.
And then through the movie, you get to know him. You realize after what he's been through, he's a really nice guy.
Right.
God, this could be a lot worse. Yeah. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And so you always have to let things play out before you decide.
Yeah.
And give people the space they need.
Makes sense.
And then
Briar, you don't need more toys. Play with the basketball.
she's ripped. She's got every toy. Of
She's like
Milo's out of the
15
box.
toys out, and she's in the toy box trying to get something.
She likes to keep
She's
her
crazy.
options open. So
Guess so.
yeah.
Silly girl.
All
right.
Well, this has been fun.
Well, we've done over an hour,
Wow.
including the bloopers. of
Really?
course, but
Okay. Yeah. Still.
Including the setup. It just flies by, I swear. Once you hit record and you just start talking and flowing off of each other, it's like next thing you know, you're an hour in. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, since it's Father's Day, I just want to make sure you guys know, all 7 of you guys, all 14 of you really, because when you get married, the two become one. So this goes to you and Jasmine, and
right,
Brian and
everybody's married.
Catalina, and Christina and Matt, right on down the line.
All right.
Charity and Joseph, Philip and Beth.
Mm-hmm.
All 14 of you for Father's Day I love all of you very much. As long as I got breath, I'm here for you.
All
Whatever
right.
you need from me. When it comes to you guys, there's a song by Garth Brooks called Shameless. When it comes to you guys, I'm shameless. Whatever you need me to do, just ask.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know that.
Yeah.
You all know that, I hope.
It's a good way to end it.
I love you guys.
All right. Love you too, Dad.
All right.